Welcome everybody back into NerdSesh. As always, I'm Carson Breber and alongside me is Logan Camden. And today we are joined by two special guests. We have, of course, friend of the show, Jason Timpf, who we've had on a number of times, who we've been on with more times than that. And we are joined by Jovan Buha today, senior reporter covering the Lakers at The Athletic, who is a first-time guest here. So you two know each other, but Jovan, we are just meeting you now for the first time. Great to have you on. Gentlemen, how we doing? How we feeling today?
Doing well. Thank you guys for having me. I'm a fan of the show, and I'm glad to be on for my first time.
Yeah, it's been a long time, guys, but I'm excited. We got this, and then I'm going to have you guys on in a couple weeks to argue about top 10 players. I've been getting yelled at and screamed at by everybody over the course of the last couple weeks, but that's how it goes. And I'm kind of getting a little nervous because 2 months from today, we're going to be like straight up in the middle of the season already. Training camp starts in a month. And I feel like we're just starting to kind of relax a little bit. So that's one thing that's making me a little nervous. But, hey, we're going to have some fun.
Olympics kind of throw everything off. You know, it kind of halves the offseason, and then the offseason is no longer so long. But today, we are just going to be in paradise, and we are going to be playing some trivia, as we love to do. So, for anybody who hasn't seen the show before, the way this is going to work is Logan and I are going to split up as the nerds. We have each come up with questions for the opposing team, 10 questions, and because we have Jovan, a Lakers reporter here, because we have Jason, whose show Hoops Tonight, many may know, many may not know, started as Lakers Tonight, we're going to be Lakers themed today. So we're going to be living in that world. Before we get started, do we have any ideas for team names, gentlemen? It is going to be Logan and Jason versus Jovan and I.
Logan, you got this.
I was thinking we could be Showtime, Jason. You know, we got our era of the Lakers. We could be the Showtime Lakers.
Nice and easy. You can throw some lobs to me off the glass.
That sounds perfect.
We could be Kobe and Shaq. We could just claim another era.
Let's do it.
We'll be a dominant duo.
I'll be Shaq.
All right, you be Shaq. Okay, but I'm going to be clear, 2002, 2001 Kobe. I'm not 2000 Kobe. I'm not scoring 15 a night in the finals.
Well, and you haven't learned how to play with other people yet, so there you go.
Well, I'm figuring it out. Okay, let's just get into it then. Logan, would you like to do the honors of asking the first question?
Gentlemen, a very simple one to start out. I need you to name the top 10 winningest Lakers of all time. This is by total wins, not winning percentage.
Jovan, I'll let you get started.
Okay, so I was going to ask, do we just go back and forth, or?
We just fling out guesses as we want. We're same team, so it counts either way.
Kobe.
Number one.
Yeah, if Carson's not pulling his weight, you just talk right over him. That's how this works.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can let a bunch rip. Obviously, Magic is here.
Magic is number 3.
Derek Fisher.
Yep.
Number 4.
Nice.
Kareem.
Kareem is number 2. You guys are cooking.
Let's get AC Green up here. He'll be way up here.
Wow, good pull, dude. Number 9.
Yeah.
James Worthy.
Random AC Green story.
Yeah.
When I was with the when I was playing with the UBA, this like professional league in India, that I was paid by them for like 2 weeks before the league crumbled because they were owned by some construction conglomerate. It was this whole thing, but they like paid AC Green to like go and coach, and that dude is like still in great shape. It's not even the least bit surprising that he played as long as he did.
He wasn't your coach, was he?
He wasn't like actually coaching our team, but he was like a consultant that was like helping.
I see.
Just kind of with the league. It was.
Gotcha.
I think that whole thing was kind of unorganized, but anyway.
Well, it lasted a whole 2 weeks. Come on now, let's not rag on it. Okay, we haven't said Jerry West.
Yeah, all you guys are missing now. 8 and 10.
Michael Cooper's got to be up here.
Did you count Worthy?
Worthy is here. Yeah.
Okay.
So just 8 and 10.
Did you get Michael Cooper, Logan?
Cooper's 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Shaq on there?
Shaq surprisingly isn't. Shaq is
I thought he'd be
number
borderline.
14 on this list.
I think Elgin has to be there just off longevity, even though they weren't crazy in the regular season usually.
Yeah, Elgin's number 10. You guys are just missing number 8.
Number 8, I'm thinking if there's anybody Showtime who lasts long enough. Wilkes is there for a while, but not forever. Kurt Rambis is there a long time, but I don't think he's there long enough.
I want to say you, me, and Jason saw this guy in Vegas.
Oh, Byron
Carson.
Scott.
It's Byron
Yeah.
Scott. He's at number 8, and
I
that's
did
remember
say
that.
There we go.
ASU legend. Gotta give props to the ASU legend. All right, we're gonna go a little more specifically into the modern era with your guys' first question. Can you name the top 10 scorers of the LeBron era in LA, excluding LeBron himself?
Top 10 scorers of the LeBron era.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fun list.
Yes. Well,
I know.
obviously Anthony Davis is number 1.
He is indeed.
This is by total points.
By
or points
total
per game?
points.
Okay. Is D'Angelo Russell here?
D'Lo is here. He is number 7.
Okay, then Austin's definitely there.
Austin is number 3.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. There's quite a drop off
Um,
from AD to the field.
And I'm guessing this includes the 2019 season before AD got there. So
This
I'm going to
does.
say Kyle Kuzma is on this list.
He's number 2.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking towards the top.
Are we already going to have, is Roy here?
Rui is number
Rui.
9.
Roy.
Rui,
Okay.
how about that? I'm going to say Danny Green.
Danny Green is not on the list. He is number 21.
KCP.
KCP is on the list at number 5.
That's right, because they traded Danny before KCP. if I
Yeah,
remember
Danny only
correctly.
has 1 year there.
So he lost 1 year, yeah.
You guys
Did
only
Carmelo
have-
Anthony make this list?
Ooh, Melo's not here, but he's not far off. He's number 15.
Okay. I was gonna say I think he was only there 2 years, but he was putting them up. He was putting them shots
I
up.
was going to say, I mean, is Brandon Ingram here? I think it would be really tough. I mean, they only have
No,
one
just he
season
only
of
played there in
overlap.
2019.
Yeah. But actually, Logan, he's number 12 just off the 52 games they
That's
played that year.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
What about Caruso?
Caruso was not getting buckets like that, but he is number 13, so he's right behind him.
Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder
Has to
is
be
here
on that
number
list.
6. Yep.
Good poll.
How many more do we need?
You need number 4 and numbers 8 and 10. That's all you got missing.
4, 8, and 10.
4 might be a trauma block. Might have suppressed it.
Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
I was waiting on that.
You know what's
one.
funny? That's literally what that was. That was a trauma. His brain his name did not even come across my brain. Like
Yeah.
that. I don't even remember those days, man. No, I saw a stat the other day. It was like LeBron once in 30 minutes in the 2023 or 2022 season in 30 minutes dropped like 35, 9, and 7, and they lost those minutes by 30 points. And I was like, oh my god. I was like,
Yeah. What a time.
so we need 2 more. You said
2 more. 8 and 10. Definitely 2 of the toughest names on the list. But still
I'm
gettable.
gonna try Malik Monk.
Oh, number 11. Such a good thought.
Let's see.
Absolute dog.
I don't know if this guy got enough burn. Taylor Horton Tucker.
Number 10, Logan.
Let's
Wow.
go.
Taylor Horton
THT.
Tucker made the list.
Jewel of Los Angeles. Yes.
That's crazy, dude. Never have I been more wrong about a player in my life. I went out. I think it was like early the 2021 season. I think it might have been the 2022 season, but early in that season, I said I thought he could be like Drew Holiday. Might be the dumbest thing I've ever actually said on the air.
If only he ever could have figured out how to shoot the basketball.
Dude. Well, I was so impressed by it because he had super long arms and he was chunky, like he was strong. So I was like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
kid can be like an amazing defender.
And
then he could
shifty.
get downhill.
Mm-hmm. And he could
But, like, you
play
know-
make.
Did you see the video of Bronny going against him the other day?
Yeah.
Dude, THT literally looks like the old assistant coach who's 45 and retired 9
I
years
didn't
ago.
recognize it at first.
That's crazy.
Okay, our last guy,
Last guy.
and you said he ranks 6th?
No, he's 8th. He is
Eighth,
not
okay.
not a scorer, but
Rondo.
played
JaVale McGee?
decent amount.
No,
JaVale
I mean Dwight
McGee?
Howard?
Yeah. No.
Was
it's
it JaVale? Wow, how about that?
JaVale, trust your gut. Yeah. Dwight
Yeah,
and
there you
Rondo are both not far off. They are at 16 and 17. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the list, gentlemen. Well done.
I cannot believe THT made that list.
Oh, yeah. Come on now. Don't sleep on THT. He was.
THT is a top 10 scorer of the LeBron era, and the LeBron era is 5 years long.
It is hilarious.
What's embarrassing about that is just how much roster turnover they've had, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
So much.
I mean, Russ only played a season and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there are only how many dudes who played 200 games, which is 3 seasons? KCP, Reeves, AD. That's the 200 game club around LeBron. It's pretty crazy.
Really quick follow-up question. If the Lakers never make substantial deals, like let's say maybe they do the Danny Green for Dennis Schroeder kind of thing, or maybe they exchange out a backup center or something like that. But if they keep KCP, Kuzma, Caruso, LeBron, AD, do they win a second title in this era?
I think so.
I think 2022 or 2021 would have been their chances. Like that, I think that Laker team was better than that Warriors team. Don't you guys?
Well, 2021 is tough because of injuries. Are we?
No, I mean
rewriting?
2022 is the one I'm like kind of targeting.
I think if they stay healthy in 2021, they probably win the title that year.
Yeah,
personally, or at least make the finals.
Drummond was so weird in LA. I didn't like him having any sort of role. But 2022, that was open. 2021 was also open. So yeah, if they had stayed healthy, I mean, that was a fantastic infrastructure. They were dominating people physically. The role players all knew exactly what they were meant to do. Everybody had very clearly defined roles. I could definitely see it because those next 2 years were open. I think the 21 Bucks and the 22 Warriors are two of the weaker champs that we've seen.
Specifically, letting Caruso walk is like one of the most damning things for a basketball like kind of brain trust that you could possibly like. Just a simple lack of understanding of how you win basketball games. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
And you think about what Kuz has blossomed into. I mean, he was already playing his role at a high level, but continued to grow as a rebounder, continued to grow as a scorer, playmaker. He's a good basketball player.
He shot 40% from threes last year in LA. Like it's not like he went to Chicago and learned how to be a role player. He was already that. You know, it was BS, but it is what it is.
What's new with the Lakers, man? All right,
yeah.
we looked at the LeBron era. We're gonna throw it back to the Kobe era, guys. Kobe played against 10 teams 10 or more times in the playoffs. I need you guys to tell me who Kobe's easiest opponent was and who his biggest rival was. This is by winning percentage. So the team he has the highest winning percentage against, and the team that has the highest winning percentage against Kobe.
Only in the playoffs?
Awesome.
Only in the playoffs.
That's awesome. So here's what I'm thinking.
And these are West teams only, or any?
So any team that he played 10 or more times.
Oh, so he played the Celtics more than 10 times, and they go. They win in 7, and
losing 6.
Losing 6. So they have a losing record against the Celtics. So that's not a bad place to start.
So are we slotting these, or are we just throwing them out?
Yeah, Logan, do we have a guess limit here?
I'm going to give you guys 3 because there's only a limited amount of teams to choose from. I'll say you guys have 3 misses here.
3 misses total. Okay. So the first team that I thought of for the best record is the Blazers, because even though 2000 they go 7, then they beat up on them a couple times.
Yeah.
And you have to get to that 10-game minimum. Suns is not going to be a dominant record because of the loss in 06. Spurs is going to be
Well,
sketchy.
didn't they take them to 6 in 2010 too, if I remember correctly? Or was
that
5?
Yeah, no, that was
They'd beaten them, I think, in
series.
2000.
Chill out, Jason. They don't need any help, man. They don't need any help.
First title.
No, that's true. They did.
What about Sacramento? I guess they only played them. I think they beat them 3 times.
They beat them.
I think they beat them all 3 years of the three-peat.
Yeah, they destroyed them in 01. They swept them in 01.
Yeah. I think
02, obviously. Did they beat them in 2000?
I could be wrong on that.
That's not a bad thought.
I want to say it was Phoenix, Sacramento, Portland, if I'm not mistaken, in 2000.
It's not a bad thought. So, yeah, the only competitive series there is 02 goes 7.
There's one where is there an obvious one?
I think it's between Sacramento and Portland for the best record, because you have to have at least 10 games. Although Kobe played a long
They also
time.
Houston. This is a random one, but Houston. I remember they beat them in 03-04, the year they lost to Detroit. I think it was the first round. That was the Yao, Steve Francis Rockets, and then they beat them again in 2009. I want to say.
So
I don't know. They might be right there at the 10-game mark.
That's not. I mean, if they win both those in 5, then that would get you there. So that's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I think.
Let's go with your gut for the first guess.
I'm thinking that the team that he has struggled against the most is the Celtics. I don't think that there's anybody else who he has a losing playoff record against, unless it's the Spurs. Should we go year by year with the Spurs?
They lost
We
in
probably
03.
Lost in 03, but they beat the Spurs at least 3 times.
Yeah, they
in
beat them
series.
in 08. They beat them in 01.
They destroy them in 01.
Yeah.
Oh, but they get swept by the Spurs in their title year in 99 when Kobe's young. So that's
I
we
think
might
they
have
lost
to
in
actually
5
go
in
game by
03,
game.
I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's throw out then, I guess it's between Portland and Sacramento for the first guess.
I think so. Unless Houston is a sneaky pull, but between
let's just
Portland,
try.
they sweep Portland twice, don't they?
Yeah, let's go with Portland.
Let's go with Portland, I think.
Portland is correct. 16
Let's
and 5
go.
against them, a 76.2% winning percentage. And you guys got all 3 guesses here for the team he has fared the worst against.
I don't think it's even a question. I think it's either the Spurs or the Celtics. So if we have 3 guesses, we might as well throw out.
I'll throw. I guess let's throw Boston just because.
I think Boston because
yeah.
they beat the Spurs in 02. They beat the Spurs a lot.
Your guys' logical deduction was on point. The
we
only
go.
team that he has a losing record against 6 and 7, it is Boston. Well done, guys.
There we go.
Good job.
Methodical work, surgical work there. All right. This one is related to a young man we were just talking about. Other than LeBron and Bronny, can you name the 2 father-son pairings who both played for the Lakers? This one will give you some time to think because it might not immediately rise to the top of your head. But both sons played for the Lakers within the last 5 years, which is why I think it's gettable.
Gary Payton and Gary Payton II.
Cook. That is one of them.
What year did GP2 play with the Lakers? That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
It was
2019,
brief.
right? Or
Yeah.
2020?
It was in there. Let's see.
Yeah, wasn't it I think if I remember correctly, it was the year that LeBron got hurt, but I could be wrong about that.
Oh, it was actually 2018. It was before LeBron.
Oh, okay, so it was before LeBron.
Yeah. So I technically lied.
Yeah, it was so interesting to me that GP2 didn't really stick in the league at first because he was just really good guard defender and he could pass. Yeah. But Golden State was kind of like the perfect system for him, so he could be like more of like a short role
playmaker. I didn't realize he was a big.
Yeah, exactly. So then so there's only one more.
Only one more. Okay. The son got to the Lakers in his older years. And this was recent. It wasn't long that he was there. But his dad was a champion with the Lakers. And they have the same name, these two. They are also a senior and a junior. Logan, you do not like this son.
Oh my gosh, dude. Did you really put a Wesley Matthews question on here?
It's Wesley Matthews and Wes Matthews.
I never would have got that.
That's just a party foul, man. That's messed up.
I had to use Logan's hate to fuel him to the answer there.
Dude, Wesley Matthews was a guy that like I always loved watching him play, and I thought he was so good, except for he just couldn't knock down the 3-point shot consistently enough. But like I loved how he competed. He was one of those dudes who like made all these like little plays. He was kind of like our discount veteran minimum KCP, except for he just couldn't shoot. That was the issue.
Made a lot of threes over his career, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he shot well everywhere else. Didn't he? Like, I think he went back to Milwaukee and shot well, like right after that.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Yep. Classic Laker fashion.
Poetic.
All right, gentlemen, we're gonna play a.
Just wait to see Dalton Connect put up a solid 28% this year, and then you guys will all understand.
If that happened, if that happened, then the curse would be undeniable.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to play a NerdSesh classic here. A little bit of odd man out, so you guys are going to have one shot at this. I'm going to give you 5 players. 4 of them will have accomplished the feat. 1 of them will be the odd man out. You guys are going to tell me who it is. All of these guys won a championship for the Lakers except one. I've got Ron Harper, Dwight Howard, Nick Van Exel, Mitch Richmond, and Brian Shaw.
Oh.
It's Nick Van Exel.
It's Nick Van Exel. The easiest question of all time. I mean,
Cut
thank
and
you
dry.
for the charitable donation, Logan.
I got a couple more. I didn't want to make all the odd mans out super difficult. I wanted to give you guys a couple easy
No,
ones,
listen, we're not complaining, man. We'll take it.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I have a question that falls in a similar era for some of the dudes who Logan was just naming off. 8 players played with both Kobe and Michael Jordan. Can you name them?
Kobe and Michael Jordan.
Correct.
Horace Grant.
Yes, sir.
That's
Ron,
a great
Ron
guess.
Harper.
Yes, sir, as well.
Man, this is a fascinating question. This is cool.
It is a fun one. There's some tougher names than, if Nick Van Exel won a title with the Lakers, I will say, but
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman is correct. And
That's right. I forgot.
I will remind you that Michael Jordan did not only play for the Bulls in his career. That might help.
true.
That's what I was just thinking.
Kwame Brown is correct.
Kwame Brown, that's a good guess.
Logan is
Legend.
hot. Oh, yeah. A legend in both spots. Loved by Kobe and MJ alike.
How many more are there? 4?
You guys are halfway there, yep.
Okay.
One of these names is really tough. I will probably just sound it out to you guys. But if you get everybody else, then you've done a good job. I know this last guy, but that's because I have a serious illness.
I'm trying to think of more Wizards, man.
There are 2 dudes here who are on the receiving ends of iconic NBA moments. One of them is on the receiving end of an iconic NBA moment from MJ.
Is it Ty Lue?
Ty Lue is here. Ty Lue is here with the Wizards, with MJ. And you have another guy from the Wizards year with MJ, who was then on the 04 Lakers.
Is it the Jazz guy? Is it like Brian Russell?
It's Brian Russell.
Good catch. Yeah.
Brian Russell. Poor guy. Went to 3 finals in his career. Couldn't quite win any of them. And was on the receiving end of the most iconic shot in league history.
So we have two more, and one of them's your super obscure one.
You have 2 more. Yeah, one of these guys won championships in both these spots. And in fact, won a championship in another spot as well, putting him in very rare historic company. But he was never that great. No offense. Fun guy, though.
Is this James Edwards?
Oh, you're thinking of the right third team, but you've gotten the average bigs mixed up in your head. Who's the other guy?
I think I only know him because that dude, he came to our restaurant one time. He lived in Scottsdale. That guy was flexing that he won 3 rings. I think he won 1 ring.
with James
That's what I would do, too. I'd be rolling up in random bars in random cities like, by the way, 3 rings, motherfuckers. Like that gold medal landed on the moon. Those are the things that I'm throwing out in conversation.
Gold medal would be
all
crazy.
over the place.
I'm wearing the gold medal everywhere.
Dude, specifically in individual events. Like that one dude who was
yeah.
straight up triple jumping across the finish line as he came back in the 400 meter. I'd be telling everybody about that every chance that I got.
That's insane. It really is.
I might like have it in like some sort of armored case on my front door so everyone knows.
So this guy's a big, and he also played for San
played
Antonio?
for the Pistons.
Or-
San Antonio.
Okay, I thought it was San Antonio.
No. He's a bad boy Piston. That's in fact where he's most memorable, and then he tacked along with the Bulls and the Lakers and just got himself a couple extra rings because why not?
Man, I don't think I was gonna guess John Sally. I don't think that's right.
Would you like to?
Is it John Sally?
It's John Sally. Yes.
Wow, nice job,
Okay.
Logan. You carried the team on this one.
Yeah, classic
Gotta
little
get this
trivia for
last
John
guy.
Sally that he's got rings with 3 different teams. And this last guy, all right, Logan, you gave us this exact hint when I was trying to guess a random Paul Pierce teammate. His last name is something you could smoke.
Is it Mark Blunt?
It's not Mark Blunt, but Blunt is the correct last name. His first name...
Corey Blunt.
Whoa, yes, let's
Corey
go,
Blunt.
buddy.
Good job. Good job.
Good word.
Also, I have like a very vivid image in my head now of John Sally rolling up into your restaurant talking.
John Sally looks like JV.
Is he still on
Smooth.
TV anywhere?
I think locally he might be in Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
but I'm not sure about that.
I thought he was good. I thought he had energy.
He's
and was
entertaining.
funny. Yeah.
All right, guys. Speaking of dudes who won rings, this is a fun question. Can you name every NBA player with 4 or more rings without the Lakers or Celtics? And so They could have won a ring with these. They just had to get
I
4
see.
without
So
either
Robert
franchise.
Horry counts, for example.
Robert Horry does count.
Okay, that's fun.
I mean, Jordan.
Well, Jordan,
Correct.
Rodman, Pippen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's rack them up. Steve Kerr.
Correct.
This
Tim
is a fun
Duncan.
question.
Tim Duncan is here.
Parker and
Manu
Manu
and
both have
Tony.
4. Yep.
Correct.
And lest we forget, the Warriors dynasty, they have 4. So Steph, Draymond, Clay.
I believe you guys just have one more. It's a gentleman from one of those dynasties. You guys have one name remaining.
Oh, there's somebody who we overlooked.
I was surprised. I couldn't, because I think he left and then came back. I couldn't remember that he had gotten that 4th one, but he did.
Interesting.
Oh,
Ron Harper
Andre
obviously
Iguodala?
has 5. But
It's
someone
Iggy.
did- Oh, yeah.
Nice job,
Nice.
Jovan.
There we go. All right. Light work. Jovan and I are cleaning this up. I feel bad. My question for you guys that's about to come in hot is much sicker.
Always. I'll throw a jab
But-
first and I'll throw a haymaker, man.
But
If I have to name some dude who's a part-time basketball player, I'm going to be upset.
No, I don't have those. I promise. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said I won't do that. Even though I think the people might be fiending. Where are the Slater Martyr questions? Where are the Clyde Lovellette questions? I don't have any. Can you guys name me the 3 players who played at least 400 games for the Lakers, but averaged under 5 points per game for them? Long-time Lakers, but we're not getting buckets.
Kurt Rambis.
Yes, sir. He is here.
Nice job. How many? 5, you said?
3. Just 2 more.
3? Okay, so 2 more.
Michael Cooper.
Michael Cooper's got more buckets
Yeah,
than that.
yeah.
Let's give him some respect.
There's no way he's here. I'm going to rip him. I don't think this is going to be a good guess. Derek Fisher's not here, right? Like, he had
Fisher,
to.
too many buckets, but
Yeah.
not by that much. 7.9.
Hmm.
Can we
But
get
still,
a shout
below
out
5 points is legitimately crazy.
What about Elmore Smith?
Oh, that's interesting. Legendary shot blocker. Not here.
Well, I'm trying to think about guys in that archetype, like either you're a really good passer, you're either a really good rebounder, or
That's
defender,
good thinking.
or something
However,
like
it
that.
doesn't apply for these guys.
Oh, okay.
These guys just stuck around. But the reason I know you'll get them is because they're modern. That's all I'll say for now. There's one guy who I was sure was going to be here when I thought of this question, and he's not, and it broke my heart. But you guys have thrown out some good guesses.
Let's see.
In fact,
making
Fisher
me-
is 6th on this list.
You're making
Luke
me-
Walton?
Luke Walton is here, Jason.
Good pull.
And there's another guy who I feel fills a very similar role in Lakers history.
Adam Morrison.
Oh,
Oh,
I think I
come
know what
on
you're
now.
talking
Come on now. Adam Morrison.
Sorry.
Did Adam
He
Morrison
lasted
even
like
get to
30
400
games.
NBA games? Yeah, did he
No.
even get to the 400 NBA games?
No,
Yeah,
Adam Morrison
no.
played like 3 years.
He was there, man, with his suit jacket. And
Well,
his
yeah, he
jeans.
Well,
was
he went
there.
to, didn't he go to Charlotte for a couple of years after that? Like,
He
I thought
started
he
in
might have had a
Charlotte.
chance. Oh, that's right. Yeah, when they went to the Lakers.
Yeah, they made the brilliant decision to draft him 3rd overall.
Yeah, that's right.
He's the next Larry Bird, you know?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, I mean, this last guy, I would say, is like a little better than Luke Walton, but, you know, they're on the exact same era. Two-time champ, this guy, like Luke. I think Jovan knows it. I can see it.
All right, I think I know it. We'll see.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
So, I mean, got to be on the 09-10 teams, yeah? It's not like Sasha Vujicic, is it?
It is Sasha Vujicic.
Let's go.
I just
Yes,
figured
sir.
he would have scored too much. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
I know.
he is just under. He is at 4.8. All these
Yeah, the
guys
thing
were
that makes
just
that
under.
kind of stuff really complicated is like there are probably a lot of nights where Vujicic played 25 minutes and had double figures a lot, but there was probably a lot of games where he played one shift and
Yeah,
maybe got 2
for
looks
sure.
and got out. Yeah.
For sure. The guy who I really thought was going to be on here when I thought of this question was Devin George, and I was
That's
really
who
upset
I
when he
was
wasn't.
wondering.
That's who, yeah, because he was there for a decade.
But
Did he
was
get
like-
over
He got over.
5
He got
points?
over 5.
Yeah.
He got 6 points per game, a whopping
There you go.
6.
That's the hard thing about that question is it's
For sure.
it is hard to average below 5.
It
I had a
is.
coach in college that used to say like run the floor in transition, crash the offensive glass, and just play hard, and you'll get a transition layup, an offensive rebound, putback, and a foul at least once a half, which is 12 points like that. So
Yeah.
like it if you play hard and you get decent
Yeah.
minutes, it's hard to not score 5 points, you know?
You could have Luke Walton's athleticism, though, and in which case it would be difficult.
Really good passer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that from Pops.
That's funny you guys bring up Luke Walton. He knows both of these teams pretty well. Can you guys name the 3 players to win a ring with both the Lakers and the Warriors?
Oh, yeah. Immediately I go to the modern era. Oh, well, Jamal Wilkes actually is the first. He
Wow.
was actually important
Of course.
on both teams.
Wilt?
Wilt didn't win a ring with the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
He got his
Okay.
with the Sixers. That's a good thought,
I guess,
though.
yeah, because they were the Philadelphia Warriors at one point, right? That
Correct.
kinda throws,
They were Philadelphia for his career, yeah. Some of his career there. Okay. I was thinking recent because there are guys who have jumped. Was Quinn Cook on the 2020 team on that bench?
JaVale.
Oh, JaVale,
Wow.
of course.
Done. I
Nice.
expected you guys to struggle a little bit more with that one. Well
We're
done,
cooking.
guys.
We're on a
job,
heater.
guys. Great job.
Okay. This one, again, I feel like I'm giving you guys harder questions across the board, but you know what? That means you guys are having a more enriching experience. And you're nailing them all. You're batting 1,000. Kobe, of course, is part of the iconic 1996 NBA draft, one of the greatest classes ever. Can you name me the top 10 scorers from that class?
Ray Allen.
Yes, he is number 2. Well, would you like to get number 1?
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Well, that's number 3. I was not counting.
I'll let you get this one, Jason.
It's in the question.
Oh, Kobe. Sorry.
Yeah. Number 1.
Okay.
Okay, so Kobe, AI, Ray Allen, we got, and we
Yep.
need. And you said
Steve,
how much? We're naming the top 10. You said
Top 10.
Steve Nash.
Number 4.
Is Marcus Camby here?
Ooh, Marcus Camby's number 12. Everybody on this list was an all-star. I mean, this class is pretty insane.
Is Marbury in this class?
He's number 5, yeah.
Nice job.
Go to work, Logan.
What about Steve Francis?
Francis is not in this class.
This isn't.
What
the,
about Dirk's not 96?
I was gonna
is he?
say this isn't the Dirk class, is it?
Dirk is 98.
98.
Francis is 99.
I saw that clip of Stevie Francis doing that ISO on the right wing the other day where he does like 17 dribble combinations and literally all the other 8 players are just standing on the other side of the court. I was like, why does this regular season game look like an all-star game? Like, what is happening right now?
Is Sharif Abdur-Rahim here?
Oh, Logan, he sure
Nice
is,
job,
buddy.
Logan.
Cal Bears legend. 4 dudes left. All of them all-stars. Not high-tier all-stars. at this
Brad
point.
Miller.
Not Brad Miller.
I don't know. You just said not a high tier all star. That's the first guy I think of.
respect it. I respect it. Brad Miller, famously undrafted, actually.
Paul Pierce isn't in this class, is he?
He's 98 as well. He's with Dirk. These guys, one of them played with LeBron for quite a while. And I feel like some people don't realize how old he actually was.
Big
Drew
Z?
Gooden?
Big Z.
Oh,
Big
Z. Holy
Z.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Gooden would have been later. He would have been like 2000, 2001, right?
He was 02, yeah. He was 1 year before Braun.
Z, that I can't believe how old Z was. That's crazy.
That's
You know
what
what's
I'm
crazy?
saying.
Z was on that Miami Heat team in 2011.
Uh-huh.
Indeed. Couldn't have.
I want to say Z
Gotten his
started a
ring.
finals game that year.
He might have. And if so, yikes. Also,
Little known fact about Big Z: one of his feet was one size bigger than the other because he had surgery at one point.
That's crazy.
wow.
He was the dude who he had this like set shot. But he was deadly from like 18 feet. And
Yeah.
he just knocked that thing down every single time.
Beautiful mid-range game.
Him
Also-
and LeBron were like buddies too. It was cool.
Just off this list, by the way, Eric Dampier, also a member of the 2011 Heat.
That's
But
right.
these guys, much, much better than Eric Dampier. Although you do have a guy who was a bit of a shot chucker here.
Antoine
Antoine
Walker.
Walker is number 6.
Antoine Walker.
The last two
Okay,
guys,
so we have 2 more.
2 more. Very different players. But they have one accomplishment in common, which is that in the 2004 season, they were both top 4 in MVP voting, ahead of Kobe and Shaq.
Thank you. That does it.
You're welcome.
Jermaine O'Neal, Peja Stojakovic.
Bingo. And
Great
there's your
work,
list.
Logan.
Good hint, man. Good
Great
hint.
work.
We had the appetizer last week. Now it's time to feast. College football is back. Don't miss any of the action. Jump in at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's a full slate of games for week 1, including the big matchup in Atlanta between the preseason number 1 and number 16.
This is going to be DraftKings' biggest college football season to date. Enjoy the ride now all the way through the expanded playoffs. Plus, all newbies getting into the college spirit, here's something extra special. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
Score big with DraftKings all college football season long. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code NERDS. That's code NERDS for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Okay, I don't know. You guys have crushed all of these, so maybe you'll decimate this question too. Very simple. I'm only going to accept... I'll give you guys 3 guesses, but I think you'll probably get it off rip. What player has the most three-pointers made in a single season for the Lakers?
D'Lo.
It's
Good
D'Lo
job,
from this
Jovan.
last season.
Look, oh wow! I
No, I
literally
wanted
did
to see
not
if I
hear
could
that
get a-
question. My connection
Didn't
went out.
need to.
Logan
Didn't
said,
need
"I'm only
to.
going to explain it once." Wait, what was the question? I want to know.
What player had the most three-pointers made in a single season for the Lakers?
Let's go.
Would you have
Jovan,
gotten that
on a
right,
heater.
Carson? Would you have known it?
Yeah, I think so. Because
Yeah,
Didn't he
that
do
that
this
stat has
year?
been it's been thrown
Yeah.
out like a bunch of times because that's the whole
Yeah.
thing is like D'Lo had this incredible regular season and it kind of makes things
And then the
somewhat
playoffs
complicated
happened.
with him. But yeah,
Yeah.
then
yeah.
D'Lo.
Well,
happens.
this is actually really interesting because I have a very similar question to that. You ask about the single season 3-point leader in Lakers history. Can you guys name me the all-time leader in 3-point percentage for the Lakers with at least 100 threes made? This is a funny answer, I would say. I'm not giving you guys any layups here.
I was gonna guess. Well, I was gonna guess Trevor Ariza because I know Ariza was good that one year, but I don't know if he hit the threshold, and I don't know.
You
if
said
he
we
was
get 3
like that.
guesses.
You have unlimited guesses for this one because it's not the easiest. Oh, I can't wait to tell you guys who's number 2 on this list. It's going to be poetic.
It's not Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Correct.
Yeah, he probably has the lowest 3-point percentage minimum of 100 attempts
You know
or
what?
something
Let's
like that.
honestly see.
Is it Michael Cooper?
It's not Coop, although he was a little bit ahead of the time. Wow. Russ is actually the 3rd worst by 3-point percentage for the Lakers with at least 100 threes made.
who's
Yeah,
the
and I'm
worst?
gonna guess the other 2 guys were both from an older era where everyone sucked at shooting.
One of them, yes. James Worthy is the worst.
Okay.
But do you know who's second worst?
That's gonna
he's a-
be.
He's a Laker today.
Is it LeBron?
Oh, it's not LeBron.
Okay.
Vando?
No, it can't be.
Mm-mm.
No, not enough.
What?
No.
Closer to LeBron
Oh,
than
Anthony
Vando.
Davis?
It's Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude, Anthony Davis. Yeah.
AD's shooting has
Doesn't
been
make sense.
so brutal from beyond the arc with the Lakers.
Dude, yeah, I'm covering him in my list today, and I was just pulling his numbers. He was so good in every single way last year except for jump shooting. It's like
Yeah.
if you could just figure that out. Little known fact though, Anthony Davis had the 2nd most made field goals on the roll in the NBA this year. Who do you think was number 1?
Ooh.
I'll be surprised if you get it, but I'll be impressed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
It's
a good
not
incentive right there.
Jokic. It's not who you
Yeah.
think.
Okay, so it's not
This
Embiid,
is random,
'cause
but Clint
Embiid
Capella?
I was
Not
gonna
Clint.
say,
Not Clint.
Okay.
that was gonna be my guess.
this is
I'll
raw
look at
field
it.
goals, or this is field goals? per
Total
game?
field goals made in the
Off the
regular
roll.
season in the roll.
Yeah, I mean
Miles
that makes you
Turner.
think like a Jared Allen or a Gobert. even, but
This is an offensive minded center who
Şengün?
legitimately is a very good offensive player but struggles a lot on the defensive end. He is a
Şengün?
guy.
Yeah.
What's
is it
that? One more
Sengun?
time. It's not Şengün.
No.
it's not Sabonis.
It's not Sabonis.
They don't run pick and roll like that.
I'm pulling up the list right now because I wanted to see who you guys put 3rd.
And this is actually really interesting. Struggles
Nurk?
defensively.
Is it Nurk?
That would be insane.
That would be insane.
It is not Nurkic.
I would vomit on camera. I mean, I guess
Number
we just gotta
3
think
was
about-
Miles Turner. Number 4 was Alperen Şengün. Jared Allen was 5. So all your guesses were
All right.
good. Sabonis was 6. You guys are all in the
Paint
same
in the corners.
universe. You're missing a big one, and he was so far ahead of the rest of the field. To give you an idea, Anthony Davis was in second place with 162 makes. This player had 252 in first place.
Oh my God! If we could combine Lively and Gafford, they'd probably be pretty competitive.
I'm actually surprised you guys haven't gotten this yet. This is
No,
from a
it's not.
franchise that is like completely off of the radar of everybody, so I get it. But this is a player that when you hear it, you'll be like, oh, like I get it now. Last guesses, anybody?
Struggles defensively.
Before
Yeah,
I
hold
spoil
on.
it.
Hold on. Is it Ayton?
Carson's not ready to give up.
Is it Ayton?
It's not Ayton.
Oh, don't wanna
I'll
give
give you. I'll give you one more hint.
okay.
This is a guy I think has already been traded once, and this franchise would like to trade them again, but probably can't.
That makes me think of Ayton.
I'm trying to think of another hint.
Okay.
Can hit pick and pop threes, but also can score in the roll. Very good 5-out, big, flows side to side, sets a ton of screens.
But he just can't defend.
Can't defend. All right, I'll give you guys
Not
one more hint.
Valanciunas.
Not Valanciunas.
Okay.
I'm so surprised. Okay, so here's the last hint I'll give you guys.
Okay.
This player plays on a team that has had remarkably good health. Go ahead.
Is it John Collins?
Not John Collins.
No.
This team has had remarkably good health over the last couple of years, yet has been incredibly disappointing, which has been make you wonder why they keep bringing things back. But they did finally.
Oh my God! Is it?
They did
Vooch?
finally. It's Vooch.
Oh my no!
Okay.
Isn't that stat crazy? Like
That is
90
crazy.
more buckets.
I would have
Like
never
a
guessed
full.
Vooch.
Yeah, I was.
A full made basket in the roll per game more than everybody else in the league.
That is crazy.
More than a full made basket. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, back to our actual.
That was an
question.
excellent
What was it
counter
again?
question.
Yeah.
Excellent counter question. Your question was, who is the Lakers' all-time leader in three-point percentage? And it is not Vooch.
Carson, was it that dude that I have no idea about this guy's game? Who was that dude you tweeted out about in the 04 finals? Like Medvedenko?
Oh,
What was that guy's name?
Stanislav Medvedenko?
I
No,
don't
it's
know,
not him.
man. You said
It's
it's
not him.
weird. I'm trying to get a little strange. 'cause
What?
I know this
Actually,
answer's
you
gonna
know
be
what?
weird.
You know what? That is not the worst line of thinking.
Minimum 100 makes.
Minimum 100 makes. If you were
It's
to
not
think
Rui
about
Hachimura, is it?
Rui is not far, dude. He's number 3.
Okay. I was going to
Logan,
say because he's
is it
been
Brad-
a
is it
pretty accurate
Radmanovic?
shooter.
It's Vladimir Radmanovic.
Wow.
I was trying to think about the white dude with the cornrows. I couldn't think of
Dude,
his name.
Vladimir Radmanovic had like this crazy set shot. Remember? Oh, dude.
Yeah, a legend. An absolute legendary stretch big ahead of his time. The guy who's number 2 is Taurean Prince. How about that?
Taurean
That's your
Prince.
top
Yeah, that
3.
makes sense to me because he can
Taurean
Taurean Prince is like he's like the definition of the mediocre NBA player. Like it's like he's gonna shoot 39% from 3. He's gonna do an okay job guarding the ball. He's gonna play kind of hard every night.
Very
He's
true.
going to start 50 games.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be
gonna
a
derail the
good,
season.
He's gonna solid teammate.
Whew. All right, gentlemen, we're going to play a couple of games of Odd Man Out. I've got back-to-back Odd Man Out for you. Every one of these Lakers has a 25-point game in the finals except one. I've got Pau Gasol, Vlade Divac, Michael Cooper, Sam Perkins, and Byron Scott.
Okay,
This is a tough one.
this is tough. I mean, Powell had to have gotten there.
Powell, has to be.
Byron Scott had to have gotten there. I'm thinking Divac versus Perkins because they both only go in 91. Who was the 5th guy, Logan, who you didn't mention?
Michael Cooper.
Oh, damn. Well, that's tough. Coop just gets there way more, but per game, he's scoring the least of any of these guys. This is tough.
I doubt Divac and Perkins both get to 25 in the same finals.
I think I agree. And my inclination is Perkins, but I don't feel confident about that.
Yeah.
This is a tough question.
I almost feel like it might be Divac because I could see Perkins having just a really hot shooting game.
Yeah, no, I can see that too. And honestly, I don't know that we can rule out Michael Cooper. Because him getting 25, that's a lot. He was consistent like an 8-point per game scorer. But again, he has way more cracks at it. Could you imagine if it was just Powell? That would be hilarious.
I kind of want to go Divac because
you know what?
It hurts me as a half Serb.
He's a good Serb, one of the best Serbs. But
he is.
If you're willing to go against the Serb, I'll go with you. I don't think Divac is a bad guess.
I think it's between him and Perkins probably.
I agree.
I think, yeah.
I say let's let Vlade rip.
Let's do it.
You guys want to rip it?
Yeah.
Divac actually had 27 in a game, and he had another game with 24. Perkins also did it. It's the odd man out. It's Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
It's Cooper. All right.
Cooper only got 23, and it's tough. He did get there the most out of everybody. Only had 23 in a game.
No, I had a feeling that maybe we were going by him too fast, but again, it's just like he had so many more cracks at it. That's a good question. That's a tough question, and we live with it. We move on. And
Michael Cooper had 12 NBA Finals games with at least 15 points and 3 of 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just thinking volume of opportunity. He'd probably get there eventually. But he didn't. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to put the pressure right back on you guys. This is a 3-strike question.
Oh, man.
LeBron James has a 30-1 career record against one former All-Star. Who is that player?
Jeff Teague.
Are you putting that in?
Oh, wait. We only have 3 strikes? Oh, damn. That was my gut.
And this is this playoffs and regular season or just playoffs?
This is
or
playoffs
just
and regular season.
Damn, I kind of want to rip Jeff Teague. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it can be Jeff Teague because the Atlanta Hawks in 2015 literally went 4-0 against the Cavs in the regular season, and then they swept them in the playoffs.
30-1. Who did?
I'm trying to think of somebody he truly dominated. It's not the Raptors guys because they got 2 wins on him in 2016.
Excellent deduction. You have thought of the 2 teams that LeBron owned the most.
Yeah.
The Hawks.
And he swept the Hawks. He did go undefeated against Jeff Teague in the playoffs. That's a thing. Dude, it was so funny when I was listening to that clip of Jeff Teague doing the pod the other day where he was talking about that because the second year, I think it was 2016, Teague hit a 3 in the third quarter. Above the break. It was in a ball screen. And I vividly remember watching the game. He was backpedaling down the floor and the camera zooms on in his face and he goes, "Not this year. Not this year."
Yes, this year.
Yes, this
Once
year.
again. That's so funny. Teague is amazing. He's hilarious.
It's not the Pacers guys. Well, it can't be any of the Pacers guys because they took him to 7 a couple times, or once with the Heat and 6 twice, I think.
Do you think it could be Brad Beal or John Wall or a Wizard? I mean,
the Wizards took him to 6 in 2006. Okay. I'm trying to think of somebody that they consistently, and the other thing too is this could be a lot of regular season stuff too. 30-1.
I'm wondering if.
And you said, was it a specific player or a team?
Player. It is
a player, a specific
All-Star.
player. Former All-Star, 30-1.
Could it?
It's would it be no? They would have won more games. I was thinking maybe Isaiah Thomas, but because they got 1 game off of him in 2018.
I was thinking
17.
maybe Joe Johnson or somebody like that. I don't really remember the Nets or those Hawks teams ever really, I don't know, doing anything against LeBron.
You guys have thrown out some good thoughts. And nobody can ever take that away from you. Even if you don't get the question.
Former All-Star. Is he retired? Can we
He
get that as a hint?
Is. Yes.
He's retiring. Yeah, I suppose anybody who's played against LeBron that many times is out, except for maybe like Al Horford.
Horford. Fun fact: the player LeBron has beaten the most, 49-17 against Al Horford in his career.
Mm-hmm. That one is like kind of a well-known fact among LeBron fans. And actually, we're all happy for Horford getting a title last year. He's the one guy in the Celtics we're happy for, but just because like he's just gotten his ass kicked at every turn.
He's been through it.
And, yeah.
Jason, do you think it could be Kemba? I just think like Charlotte would be horrible every year. Kemba was an all-star. Kemba's out of the league now.
They swept him in the playoffs once, but I don't think Kemba was on that team.
I guess I don't think.
I think we're probably. Joe Johnson was a decent pick. I was thinking the same thing. The Nets beat him in the regular season once, but I'm pretty sure the Hawks got him a couple times in the regular season in the late 2000s.
My gut's kind of saying Kemba.
How many guesses do we get? 3, you said?
You guys have 3.
Okay, why don't we throw Kemba out as one?
Is Kemba it?
Well, gentlemen, I was thinking about making it a one-and-done question. It wouldn't have mattered either way. It's Kemba Walker.
Wow,
Oh.
Great job, Logan. Great job.
26-1 in the regular season. Did sweep him once in the playoffs.
What was the one win? Do you remember?
Oh, let's see. Actually, I don't even know. Can I find that? Yeah, it looks like I can find that. One moment. Jeff Teague was also an amazing thought. I mean, Jason, you eliminated him for the right reasons. But 33-5 is LeBron's career record against Jeff Teague. And he is 12-0 in the playoffs.
0-12 in the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no, I actually can't find that one specific game. But we're going to say that it was probably in March of 2015. And LeBron's regular season was basically over for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's 24-1 against Cody Zeller too. The Hornets, he just brutalized, just destroyed
Dude,
them.
yeah,
Ramon
just- well,
Sessions,
he
he's
used to- it was
26-2.
like
Because
LeBron-
Jordan was owning the team.
Yeah, exactly. He just would play. It was so funny watching LeBron play against the Hornets every night because he was always like showing off.
I mean, just really almost unsportsmanlike to go 30-1 against a fellow competitor. But well done, gentlemen.
I've only been to 2 different LeBron games with actual NBA teams. I've obviously seen him with Team USA, but the one was in Phoenix and the second one was in Charlotte for an ass kicking of the Hornets where he dropped like 37 or something like that.
Of course.
Speaking of all-stars, I need you guys to name the 5 lowest scoring all-stars for the Lakers since the merger.
Low scoring in those
seasons.
seasons.
Single season, correct.
You take away all my fun, Logan, because I can't say Slater Martin, who was doing it in the 50s, scoring like 10 points per game. My first thought, well, if we're going 5 deep, Magic's probably here.
Magic's the last guy on the list. The mark 16.8.
Dwight was still an all-star in 2013, right?
Dwight was, but I believe he was clear of that mark.
Okay.
Was Michael Cooper ever an all-star?
Cooper is not
an all-star.
No. Okay.
But you know who I bet gets here? Eddie Jones.
Wow, dude.
Really?
Eddie and Dwight are really good guesses.
What
Dwight's
about Van
number
Exel?
9, Eddie's number 8. Van Exel is tied for 3rd.
Okay.
There's that little pocket of the early Shaq years.
Yeah, they had
before
4
Kobe
all-stars that year.
takes it on. They did.
I think it was Kobe's second year.
I was going to say, you guys have 2 really unique names here in the sense that they were really good.
In the sense that they were really good. Okay. Thank you, Logan. Well said. Let's see. This is.
Wait, the All-Stars were really good?
Yes,
not
no,
these-
Jason. They were very unique in the sense that they were really good as an all-star.
They're just 2 of the most.
They were also really good at basketball.
I don't know. Bynum was never scoring with crazy volume. He doesn't get here, does he?
Not Bynum, but they're unique for a certain reason.
Okay.
Bynum was an all-star. He's 19th. He had 18.7 that year.
Yeah. All right. Norm Nixon?
7 points per game, went 19th on that list.
Yeah, that is surprising. Well, how many times is Magic counted? Because Magic would have a couple seasons.
Multiple times.
Did you hear Norm Nixon, Logan? Does he get on here?
Norm Nixon is not here. That's not a bad guess.
Wow, that's surprising.
It wasn't Malone and Peyton didn't make it.
No.
04.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think Jamal Wilkes would be here.
You have one modern guy, and then you have guys in back-to-back seasons.
Okay. We're going to turn the clock back a little. This is post-merger, though, Logan. you
Correct.
said.
So
Okay.
after the merger.
So we don't get Jim Price here, who was an all-star in 1975 and probably scored like 15 points per game.
I'm gonna change the criteria here for.
Oh.
I just want to see.
Oh,
if
just to
these guys
see
would
if
be
I'm
here.
nailed, because I promise.
Slater
you,
Martin would be number one.
That's what I'm saying.
disgustingly, Yeah.
I'm telling you. You guys are all familiar with Slater Martin. He was actually racist, unfortunately.
You're gonna run into some of that back then.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit troubling how many 50s NBA players
Dude,
you
one of the
discover
greatest-
were racist.
One of the greatest all-stars of the 50s, man. 9.9 points per game on 44% true shooting. Absolute monster.
Okay,
Efficiency.
these guys were really unique. I mean, I don't know. Elmore
Modern
Smith?
all-star.
Does Elmore Smith get here with the shot blocking?
Not Elmore Smith. Not to goof on myself for the hint, but why would I tell you guys that they were actually really good?
Because they
Not just because they
Get
were all-stars.
slandered?
Like, these guys are
Oh, I know. Kobe, because he averages 15 his second year, and they give it to him. And Kareem, because he gets the old man nod.
It's both the old man nods, actually. Kobe with 13.8 in 2014, and
That's what I was
Kareem in
thinking.
89
Wasn't
with
that the year where they
10.1.
brought? Yeah, and who were the two? This is not Laker related, but who were the two random All Stars they gave the nod to when Dirk was about to retire? It was Dirk and one other
D-Wade.
guy.
With D-Wade,
D-Wade.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, in 2019. But Kobe's second year would also be here, so Kobe would be on here multiple times. Okay, that does
So
that
you
does
guys
make
are
sense.
missing one guy in a back-to-back season with one of those gentlemen.
Oh.
And that is correct. Kobe in 98 is the
Yeah.
first guy off this list.
Oh, AC Green. AC
Bang.
Green made it in
It is AC
88?
Green.
Yeah.
Kobe made an All-Star team averaging below 15 points per game in 1998.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it was just over 15.
15.4.
Yeah.
Wow. I would love. Was a guard injured that year?
I'm not sure. I think,
I think
he got
he was a
straight in off
starter.
the fan vote.
He only started one game that entire year.
Oh,
was
he
on
got
the
in
bench.
off like fan vote stuff.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Lakers
I think
fans
I think
already
he was
loved
voted
him.
a starter. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely hadn't earned it just yet, but, respect. All right, gentlemen. We're going to ask
Hey, D'Lo was an All-Star, so.
Well, that's true. But D'Lo, let's not disrespect Nets D'Lo. That was a magical season. That season made me very, very excited for D'Lo to be a Warrior, and then, it was very quickly very depressing. Okay. When Lonzo Ball was drafted to the Lakers, he joined a long lineage of UCLA legends to suit up for the team. Can you name the top 5 NBA scorers from UCLA to play for the Lakers?
Russell Westbrook.
He's number 2.
Gail Goodrich.
Gail Goodrich is number 3.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Number 1. Last 2 are tougher. 1 modern, 1 throwback. Both these guys have been mentioned on the pod today, but that's not useful because we've mentioned.
And you
about
said Russ
1,000
was
guys.
3. Russ was 2.
Russ was 2. Goodrich was 3. You have a champion in the Magic Kareem era.
And then a champion from the 2020 team, I'm guessing.
Not the 2020
Or just
team.
in the LeBron era, somebody. Not a champion,
No,
but.
he is a Lakers
No?
champion, but not with the 2020 team, but in the modern era.
Okay,
With the
gotcha.
Kobe team.
Well, we know it's not Luke Walton because he averaged below 5 points a game.
Excellent deduction. This guy, and again, these points don't have to all be with the Lakers. He did come back to LA much later in his career.
Is it Ariza?
It's Trevor Ariza.
Nice
Okay.
job, Logan.
Trevor
Good
Ariza's
job.
number 5. The other dude, Logan, I'm looking at you because he's a throwback. However, I've guessed him multiple times. You asked a question about him. California boy through and through. Born in Berkeley, went to high school in Santa Barbara, went to UCLA, started with the Warriors, where he won a championship, then went to the Lakers, won
it's
more
Jamal
championships.
Wilkes. It is Jamal
Wilkes. And then,
wow.
just for shits and giggles, finished his career with the Clippers. So never played organized basketball outside of the state of California.
Good for him, man.
He did the
Yeah.
Matt Barnes.
What a
man.
life.
Talk about manifesting your destiny there.
Seriously. He did do the Matt Barnes. He did the Matt Barnes with a couple fewer stops and, more success.
Okay, guys. We just brought up Lonzo. A lot of these guys are kind of in that area. Can you name every teenager to suit up for the Lakers?
Well, there's two famous, Kobe and Bynum,
Correct.
extremely young when they entered the league. Every teenager.
How many are there?
You guys only have 6 remaining, and they're all very recent, so you guys should be able to get these.
D'Lo,
D'Lo is here.
Julius Randle. I'm just thinking about the one and done dudes. Oh, B.I. was quite young, wasn't he?
Well, Lonzo, right?
Brandon Ingram. I think Lonzo just barely missed the cutoff.
Or did he just turn? Or did he just turn 20 before the season?
I think he had just turned 20. I think he barely missed it.
Let's think other very young dudes. I mean, the one and done era is the place to look, I feel like. Kuz
So
is
you
in
guys
college
have-
too long.
Jalen Hood-Schifino?
Oh, Hood-Schifino's not a bad guess. He was really young.
What about Max Christie?
Yes, Max
Max,
Christie's
that's-
correct.
he was
I was
really
going to say,
young.
the rest of these guys nowhere near as good as the guys you've named. And then
Okay.
all the rest of these guys only played 39 or less games with the Lakers the year that they
Ooh.
did this. So
Okay.
one of these guys I cannot believe is here. I'll tip you off. He played in the Olympics this past year with, obviously not the U.S. He played with another team. I'm so surprised he's here.
I don't know. I don't think he was one and done. That just makes me think of Mo Wagner because German started with the Lakers.
That's not a bad thought. It's not Mo Wagner.
I think he spent a
But-
couple years at Michigan.
Maybe a teammate of
Zubats?
Mo's. Zubats is here.
Oh,
Good pull.
Nice.
Nice job,
Good
Jovan.
pull, Jovan. Excellent pull. Maybe a teammate of Wagner's.
This is the funniest answer, I think, on the show today. man.
Well, not with Germany. It's not. No. It's not Isaac Bonga.
Isaac Bonga
Oh
is
my
correct.
gosh. Wow.
Wow.
Isaac Bonga.
Young, raw, talented, very toolsy. There was a funny little run
Lakers
there of
could use
dudes.
that type of prototype right now.
It was hilarious when there was the run of like Isaac Bonga, Sekou Doumbouya, like all these dudes who were super raw, big, athletic, and then absolutely sucked. Okay,
So all you guys are missing is one, and he played the season after Bonga. We had a little intermission about this guy on the show.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys haven't guessed this
oh,
guy yet.
THT.
It is THT.
Oh,
Of course,
Yeah.
the teenage
One of the main
wonder.
characters
Oh.
of today's episode.
True, very much so. All right, gentlemen. We've talked enough about the starters and the stars. Actually, I really haven't. I've asked you guys a lot of questions about some sick role players. This one is not about sick role players. Can you name the top 5 scoring seasons by a 6th man for the Lakers?
Ooh.
Malik Monk was one, wasn't he?
Malik Monk, if you can believe it, is just off this list.
Wow. Carmelo Anthony?
Melo is also not here.
Lou Will.
But, I mean, they're great guesses. Lou Will is number 1.
Lou Will's a
Malik
great guess.
is number 7. Melo is number 11. So all very good guesses.
Wait, doesn't Russell Westbrook count as coming off the bench at one point? As a
He
sixth
was
man?
never a majority 6th man. So I have this as fewer than 41 games started.
Jordan
at least
Clarkson.
58
Jordan
games played.
Farmar?
Oh, Jordan Clarkson is here. He's number 5. Jordan Farmar is not. And Russ, the season he was traded, was on the path to joining this list, but he
But then
didn't
he-
quite
yeah,
play enough
but-
games because he got traded.
Yeah, remember we
That's a good
started him
thought.
for like 5 games at the beginning of the year or something like that, and then we immediately benched him.
Yeah, he started 3 games.
Is Byron
Oh.
Scott here?
Beautiful efficiency that year. 41.7% from the field, 29.6 from 3. Byron Scott is not here, Logan. You guys have 3 to go.
One last Russ thing. The hardest
Get
thing
it
for
out.
me to deal with during that era was this like small section of Laker fans who insisted that he was awesome.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest thing for me to deal. And there were some really smart people that I like trust and listen to where I was like, how are you
Really?
so blind to this? Yeah. Oh my God.
That is surprising. I do think there's also just the Russ stands who carry a lot of weight on their own.
Oh, for sure. He definitely has like a
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
There's also a lot of people now.
Exactly.
I don't want them coming after me.
There's a lot of
They're in
people
Denver now. You're good. You're safe.
They're doing this like revisionist thing with Russ's 2017 MVP, and they're saying he changed the criteria single-handedly. And I'm like,
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well,
You
there
should-
definitely has been more of a who's doing most with less kind of thing going on. Carson, do you think that Russ is going to help Denver at all?
Here's my thought. The backup point guard ball handler situation was going to be disastrous. And so I think that Russ has the potential to have a positive impact in certain spots. I think when he locks in, when he brings his effort, when he engages defensively, having a guy who can at least push and transition, pressure the rim a bit, play make, it's better than the alternative. I just think they need to have a very short leash and clear understanding that it's like, Russ, you're here to play 15 minutes a game. When you are shooting 12% from the field like you did in the playoffs this past year, you're not getting on the floor, especially for extended stretches, which I don't think is unreasonable to expect. I feel like some people looked at that and they were like, Russ is always going to overimpose himself, maybe in his minutes, but, you know, he took more of a backseat with the Clippers. Maybe not enough, but I think they had bad options, and he was probably the best one at that time.
Yeah, I think
Odom here.
Ooh,
That's a
good
great
guess.
thought because he is, I believe, the only Sixth Man of the Year award winner for the Lakers. However, he is the first name off this list. As you were saying,
Wow.
Jason.
I think he's going to be an interesting weapon to have in the tool bag. Like you can imagine too,
Yeah.
like a playoff series where he plays an 8-minute shift where he like picks up Steph full court and like makes everything
Right.
a pain in the ass or something like that. Like I think there's some upside, but it was never about the upside with Russ. It's the downside. Like even
For
as
sure.
bad as Reggie Jackson is, his floor is so much higher than Russ. Because what Reggie Jackson won't do is have 5 straight possessions where he makes 4 catastrophic mistakes,
Yeah.
and suddenly you've given up an 8-0 run and the game's over.
That's
like,
true.
and that's
But he
that's
did
where
take
it can
some
be
bad
bad
shots.
with Russ. For sure,
I agree.
No
It
doubt.
can-
But like the Russ stuff, it'll like pile up on you,
I
and you're like,
agree.
oh my god, what just happened?
I agree. There is not a bigger Russ skeptic over the years than I, but Reggie Jackson was bad, and they didn't even have Reggie anymore.
And
think
you
you
can
take the
imagine
cake,
like,
Jovan?
oh, what if he plays?
I was gonna say I'll throw my name. In the ring
Yeah, no,
for
we'll check your
biggest
resume.
Russ skeptic.
We'll check your resume. We'll give you consideration. And now, have you ever created an entire website about why he didn't deserve the 2017 MVP?
No,
'Cause I did
will
that for
say
a school project.
That's that's. You beat
so I
me
take the
there.
cake.
I don't think he deserved it, but that's.
There's a version of it where like he does a lot more like baseline cutting and stuff like that with Jokic, and but we've
Yeah.
been talking about
That
that for
version,
years.
exactly. I'm not
Like
buying
every
that at this
team,
point.
So like
Like,
Hypothetical-
for like 2 months for the Clippers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hypothetical off-ball superstar Russ, man.
I know.
how many
I'm not
how many
optimistic
more
about any of that.
names do we have to guess?
2.
Sam
2, okay.
Perkins.
My thought is just it was either going to be Jalen Pickett or Russ, and I'd rather have the option to have Russ out there. Whoever you guessed, Logan, I'm forgetting, but it wasn't correct.
D.
But-
Nuts, is he here?
Oh no, you have 2 more. One quite modern, the other one a little bit of a cheeky name on this list. However, somebody just pulled a stat a couple minutes ago that actually revealed why this guy is on the
Kobe.
list. Kobe is here because he only started 1 game in his
Damn.
second season.
Wow.
And the last
Yeah.
guy, go ahead, Jason.
What I was gonna randomly back to the other point, like was Denver at all involved in the Tyus Jones sweepstakes?
That's a good
That would be
question. I
my
mean,
because that would be like I would almost wonder if I'm like Tyus, I'd be like, okay, it's really contributing in a serious way in a deep playoff run
Yeah.
that seems to resonate with GMs the most.
yeah.
But anyway,
And that would be better. Tyus would definitely be better. And, like, there were other guys early in the offseason, right? Like, Amonte Morris would have been more of a steadying force, but came to a point where it's like by the time that they moved off of Reggie, I think most of those guys were already
Well, and Tyus
heating
got
up,
promised a
which-
starting spot. He literally put that in his like agent statement.
is
It was like an
insane.
opportunity to start, which is like I can't imagine why you'd start Tyus next to Brad and Book, but
They
it
can't.
is yeah. That's what they're gonna do because that's what they
That's
promised. So
insane.
here we go.
No, they need
all
to
right,
get
last
smaller
one.
and more skilled.
What position in the top 5 are we looking at here?
You're looking at number 3.
Number 3.
And this guy you
okay.
wouldn't think of as a bench player because he did start 37 games this year.
Is it Kuz?
It's Kuz. It is
Wow,
Kuz.
great guess. That's a great
well
guess.
Done. Well done, gentlemen. You
Thought
guys
so,
are
man.
perfect today. I mean, really.
Dude, Logan's carrying the team though. I'm bad at this sort of thing.
You've taken some curves. You hit him out of the park.
We're cooking, man. Teamwork makes the dream work, fellas. All right, I hate to do this to you guys one more time. We're running Odd Man Outback one last time.
Oh, the pressure's on.
All of these guys, this is my final question. All of these guys are a top 20 Lakers scorer of all time, except one. I've got LeBron, Michael Cooper, Derek Fisher, Wilt Chamberlain, and Lamar Odom.
This is sort of hard to conceptualize. I might
Michael
need to
Cooper
do some
again.
actual math in my
This guy, thorn in our side today.
Agreed. I mean, LeBron is easily on this list. We can celebrate that for him. Here's what's interesting about Wilt. Wilt gets you 69 to 73 with the Lakers. He's hurt for most of the 69 season. He only scores about 15 to 18 a game after that. It's the lowest scoring Wilt. So that's, 4 seasons and change of 15 to 18 a game. That's really not that much. Lamar comes over in 06 and is there until
04. He's in the Shaq trade.
Lamar's in the Shaq trade? I thought that he
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Lamar was in the Shaq trade. That's super interesting.
Yeah, it was
Because Lamar played a
Lamar,
big role.
Caron
Lamar played a
Butler,
big
and
role in the
Brian
back-to-back
Grant,
titles.
and like a
That's
first
right.
or
For
something.
some reason I was thinking that he was traded for Caron Butler after that once he was there. Okay, so that's
Lamar's there 04 to 11.
right.
which
Well,
I
yeah,
think
0405. So yeah, that's a
04,
while.
05 through 10, 11.
Yeah.
So,
So
he's probably ahead of Wilt.
I think he would be ahead of
assume.
Wilt. I think he'd be ahead of Wilt on longevity. Coop is there for his entire career, which is a decade, but it's only like 8 a game again. Oh, that would put him and Wilt very close. And who's last? Powell, Logan, did you say?
This guy's Derek Fisher.
Oh, Derek Fisher. Wow. Derek
He's
Fisher plays like 1,000 games there.
96 through 2006, 7, and then he leaves
then
for
he
a bit, then he
leaves.
comes back.
Yeah, he's gone for 2 seasons, but then the rest. And then he leaves for OKC.
Then he leaves
at the
again,
end.
but he was
But
there
he-
at least 13, 14
Yeah,
years, something
I
like
agree.
that.
At least, that's too much. So he's here.
Yeah,
LeBron
so
is here.
Fisher's in.
Fisher's in for sure.
I think
Coop
Fisher,
is.
Lamar, and LeBron are in.
I
So
agree.
I think it's
it's
Wilt
between
versus
Coop and Wilt. And
Are we gonna
honestly,
doubt Coop again?
if Michael Cooper is the answer twice if it kills us, then I don't know what I'll do. I'll be pissed. I'll become a Michael Cooper hater in the year 2024.
Just as he's making the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And getting his jersey retired.
I'll make a website
yeah.
about why he doesn't deserve it. I'm not above that.
Okay, so it's between Wilt and Coop.
I think so, yeah.
We're gonna go Wilt.
Let me think for another second.
I'm trying to do math quickly in my head.
I know. So, okay, let's say that Wilt averages 16 a game and he plays 300-something games. Let's say he's got just over 5,000 points with the Lakers. Coop, if he plays 800-something games at 8 points per game, he's, over,
I think he's
over
I think it's
6,000.
Wilt.
I think it's Wilt. I think it's Wilt.
Yeah.
Wilt is the only member here under 6,000 points.
Great
well
job,
Let's
done,
guys.
gentlemen.
go. That was mathematics, live in action. Take out your notepads, kids. All right, well, at the end of the day, we're still playing from behind, so we need you guys to flub this one. And this is not a one and done, so the pressure isn't on in that sense, but maybe I'll just be a little bit less generous. Okay, can you guys name me every all-star LeBron has played with on the Lakers, and these are not players who had to make an all-star team with the Lakers. These are guys who were all-stars before or after or with the Lakers.
D'Lo.
Mm-hmm.
Marc Gasol.
Correct.
Anthony Davis, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How many total are there?
There's a lot. You got 10 left at least.
So there's 13 total.
Carmelo.
Let me double count.
Melo.
Yep, Melo's here.
Russ. Dwight.
Russ. Correct.
Boogie.
Boogie never
Boogie.
actually shared the floor with him.
Oh.
Correct.
Rondo.
Mm-hmm.
Rondo.
I believe you
B.I.
got
Ingram.
B.I. is here. Yep, you guys. are here.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
Julius
did not
Randle
actually
never
play
played with LeBron.
Oh, that's right. He leaves before.
No, Brooke Lopez made an all-star team, but he left right before LeBron came. But Brooke was an all-star, right? I'm not hallucinating that.
Brooke was an all-star. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine the Lakers with Brooke Lopez or Ivica Zubac as their
Dude.
starting center.
It's really shocking.
Dude, it's like Carson said at the beginning. There's so much like trauma blockage in being a Lakers fan.
What did they even? Did they trade Brooke, or was he just on a really short-term? Whatever
They
it
let
was.
him walk.
No, they
It was
let they
wrong.
let him walk.
They let him walk. Yeah.
They let him walk. Yeah.
Dude, last year,
No,
one of
that's
my
a good
roommates, I finally lived with a Lakers fan, and I can't tell you how many conversations we would have just every day about hypotheticals, what could have been, what the team could have looked like if they hadn't done this move, man. We spent hours talking about that. Man,
So you guys have 4 names left.
Did Danny Green never make
Danny
an
Green, I don't
All-Star?
think made an
Let's
all-star
settle
team.
down now. Let's settle down.
Yeah.
Chill out.
All role player. He was on the all role player team.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think Malik Monk made it either in either of the Sacramento years.
Damn, Isaiah Thomas never suited up for the Lakers,
Not
did
for
he?
the Lakers. No, he did.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Oh, he did.
That was at the it was at the very end of the 2019 season.
That's
Was it?
cheeky, man. That's
Let's
cheeky.
see. It was a glorious.
They had that cup of coffee with like him and Darren Collison and
Yeah,
They're,
that's
like,
right. So that would have been in
signing, like, the
2021. It was at the end of 2021,
Point
wasn't
guards.
it?
It was
Dude.
20. It was the 22 season, and it was
22,
4
okay.
games,
Okay.
and it was incredible.
Okay, so 3 more.
Yeah, 3 more now, and all of the same position.
he was the Kendrick Nunn replacement.
A good vital role.
Golly. Oh man.
Same position these last 3.
Did Darren Collison make an all-star team with Indiana?
He did not.
No.
Another.
He would have been
all-role
really
player
interesting
team.
when they were first bringing him up. It was when they brought him back post-retirement. That was when it was an issue.
Yeah. I was watching a bunch of film for a Chris Paul video that I just made, looking back at prime Chris Paul's whole career. And there was one possession I was watching on Synergy that was like a really nasty crossover and a mid-range pull-up, and I was like, that was clean, but that does not look like Chris Paul. And it was Darren Collison, but it was incorrectly categorized as Chris
logged?
Paul.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, Darren Collison, how about that? That was nice.
Speaking
They
of
do
Chris
have
Paul,
similar load-ups into their jumper.
DeAndre Jordan's here, yeah?
DeAndre Jordan is here, yes.
DeAndre
Oh, what
Jordan,
a beautiful
great job.
assist I just gave you accidentally.
two big men.
2 more. So 2 more.
Yep,
And both bigs.
yes.
JaVale
before
McGee never
anybody
made an
asks,
all-star team.
Cole
Montrezl
Swider
Harrell
was never an
made
all-star.
An all-star team.
I'm glad you got Marc Gasol. I completely forgot he ever played for the Lakers.
That was a good one.
Andre Drummond?
Andre Drummond is here.
Good
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
And then there's one more also.
This is the
a
toughest
center.
name on the list. Toughest name on the list.
Okay,
No
we're
doubt
gonna get
about
it. We're
Yes,
gonna
you
get
are.
it.
I believe
Made
in
an
you,
all-star
yes.
team, played with LeBron with the Lakers, played center.
I just thought about Carlos Boozer and Roy Hibbert, man. Obviously never
A different
overlapped
time.
with LeBron, but yeah.
A great time for the Lakers. Just signing every old guy.
So let's talk through this. So who were the bigs on the 2019 team? That was Zubac, and that was Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you
Yes.
think that way, you're going to get there real
Dang.
quick. Tyson Chandler. Well
go.
done, gentlemen. Very, very clean performance and a deserved win. Jovan and I, we gave it our best. Jovan, I got to say, phenomenal performance, especially as a first-time guest on the show. Excellent work. But great work by you guys, gentlemen, as well. I threw some tough ones your way, and you cleaned them up. Any final words on the competition? Any thoughts?
I do want to say, thank you guys for joining us, man. I thought this was a ton of fun.
This was
and
really
you guys
fun.
are
It's good to see you
knowledgeable.
guys.
I know, it's been a minute.
Uh-huh.
It's been a
I'm
minute.
excited for a
Summer,
season
man.
of talking hoops and stuff.
I am too.
As am I.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
And
feeling it, man.
I'll be texting Jovan every 4 days about whether or not they're going to actually make a trade or something like that.
Oh, I can't wait
I
for
think
that.
you're going to be sending me a lot of texts.
Every 4 days, that sounds a bit conservative. Can we get that up to every 1, every 2? Let's get you in mid-season form.
I try to be nice. Try not to be too bothersome.
All right. Well, thank you so much to both you guys for coming on. Everybody go check out Jovan's work with The Athletic. Jovan, you have a podcast, correct? That the people can go
Correct.
check out?
Yeah, just search Jovan Buha on YouTube, and I got my YouTube channel up.
Fantastic. Everybody go support him. Obviously, knows his Lakers very well, knows his stuff. Go find out about what's going on within the organization. And if you want league-wide stuff, of course, check out Jason here. Nobody's better at breaking down all NBA action. Hoops Tonight. If you aren't already subscribed, frankly, I don't know what you're doing, and I'm disappointed, and I'm a little bit upset with you. So shout out to both of you guys. This was a ton of fun having you on. If you want more of our stuff, you can check us out across YouTube. We have all of our full shows there. We have, as I mentioned, some more in-depth video essay content like the video I just did on Chris Paul. And we have trivia episodes from throughout the summer with a bunch of fun guests like this. We have NBA stuff, and we're doing some NFL season preview content. So if you want even more content than that, you fiends, you can follow us across social, TikTok, Instagram at NerdSesh, Twitter at Nerd_Sesh. See clips from the show, graphics, and all of our social content, all of our short-form trivia content especially. So with that, appreciate you guys. One last shout-out to Jovan and Jason. I've been Carson Brabber,
I've been Logan Camden.
and this was NerdSesh.